You know, the idea of AI being part of the creative process, it used to feel like something straight out of science fiction, right? Well, not anymore. Now it's a real tool, and it's baked right into the apps that many of us use every single day. So today, we're going to dive into how this technology is really starting to transform creativity, and we'll focus specifically on Microsoft's new tool.
We've all been there. I mean, you know the feeling, right? That intimidating, empty screen, the blinking cursor just staring back at you. Doesn't matter if you're a writer, a designer, or a marketer, probably the hardest part of any creative project is just getting started. It's that universal challenge of trying to turn a little thought into something real. But what if you had a partner to help you break through that block? Well, that's the big promise of AI right now. It's stepping in to be your brainstormer, your researcher, and even your design assistant. So let's take a look at how these tools actually work. Okay, so first things first, we kind of have to reframe how we think about this. We're moving past seeing AI as just another piece of software. Instead, it's really becoming more of a collaborator in the creative process, an active participant that can genuinely help shape our ideas. And you know, a recent study just captures this idea perfectly. It says AI can serve as a designer's aid. I love that framing. This isn't about replacing the designer or the creator. It's about giving them an assistant, augmenting their skills, not automating that creative spark. So, what does this actually look like in practice? Let's meet the two key players in Microsoft's new creative suite. They're called Copilot and Designer. These are the tools that are bringing this idea of AI collaboration to life, right inside Microsoft 365.
And it's really important to get the difference between the two. Think of Copilot as your AI buddy that lives inside the apps you already use, like Word or PowerPoint, helping you with writing and data. Designer, on the other hand, is its own separate app, totally dedicated to creating visuals from the ground up.
Honestly, the easiest way to think about Microsoft Designer is just Canva plus AI. That's the formula. It takes a really user-friendly design interface and combines it with the raw power of OpenAI's DALL-E image generator. It just supercharges the whole creative process. Okay, so we know what the tools are, but the big question is, how do they actually change the way we work? Let's get into the practical side of things and see how this can transform your entire workflow, all the way from that first little spark of an idea to the final polished product.
You can really break down the transformation into 5 key steps. First, speeding up those initial ideas. Second, supercharging your research. Then, making the editing process way smoother. It also helps boost collaboration. And finally, it really empowers the design phase itself.
All right, first up, ideation. Remember that blank page we were talking about? Copilot is designed to help you conquer it. So for example, a marketer could just type in eco-friendly packaging and bam, Copilot could generate slogans, blog post ideas, even visual concepts, all based on what's trending right now. It just encourages you to experiment from the get-go. Next up is research, which, let's be honest, is usually a huge time sink. Copilot helps automate it. So imagine you're writing a big report on renewable energy. Copilot can go out and summarize the latest research papers, pull out the key statistics, and even analyze what your competitors are up to. This lets you focus on telling the story, not just gathering the data. And then there's editing. This is where Copilot really acts like an invaluable second set of eyes. For writers, it's flagging errors and suggesting clearer ways to phrase things. For designers, it might recommend a tweak to a layout or a different color palette. It's all about helping you polish your work to a professional standard, just faster.
Now, we've talked a lot about text and data, but let's be real. The most magical part of all this is the visual creation. How does a tool like Microsoft Designer take one simple sentence, a little text prompt, and turn it into this incredibly detailed, stunning image? I mean, it really does feel like magic, right?
Well, here's a peek behind the curtain. The process is called a diffusion model, and it's wild. The AI literally starts with pure random noise. Think of old TV static. Then, using your text prompt as its guide, it slowly refines that noise, step by tiny step, gradually pulling a clear, coherent image out of total chaos until you get the final picture. And this technology powers some absolutely incredible features. Think about it. With generative erase, poof, that photobomber in your picture is gone. Background remover lets you instantly pull a subject out of its background. You can even take a photo and completely change its artistic style. It's like having a pro photo editor's toolkit right at your fingertips. Okay, the technology is amazing, but it's not all fun and games. With great power comes great responsibility, as they say, and before you start creating, you have to understand that by using these tools, you're agreeing to some very, very important rules.
So let's take a minute and actually read the fine print. And yeah, I know, this isn't the most glamorous part, but it's arguably the most important one, understanding your responsibilities when you use these generative AI tools.
So get this. This is a direct quote from Microsoft's own license terms. And it's both interesting and a little bit scary. Let's be crystal clear about what this means. Microsoft does not guarantee that the image you create is original or that it doesn't violate someone else's copyright. That means the legal risk, it's all on you, the user.
So here's the deal, broken down. On one hand, you can only use the tool for personal, non-commercial stuff. But on the other hand, by using it, you're giving Microsoft a license to use your prompts and your creations. And here's the kicker, you agree to indemnify them. In plain English, that means if Microsoft gets sued because of an image you created, you're the one on the hook financially.
All right, after all that legal stuff, let's zoom back out and look at the big picture here. The future of creative work isn't about AI versus humans. It's really about finding that perfect balance between the incredible power of automation and that irreplaceable spark of human originality.
In this quote from CT Link Systems just gets to the absolute heart of it. These tools are fantastic for making us more efficient, for handling all the routine tasks. But the core essence of creativity, that unique perspective, the emotion, the storytelling, that stuff remains a deeply human endeavor.
And that's the crucial takeaway. AI isn't a threat. It's a force multiplier. By taking care of all the busy work, it frees up creative people to focus on what they do best, pushing boundaries, telling incredible stories, and coming up with new ideas. In a way, it really democratizes innovation, giving more people the power to create amazing work.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. As these AI tools get more and more woven into our creative process, acting as our co-pilot, who is truly the artist? Is it the person with the original idea? Is it the AI that executes it? Or is it really the collaboration between the two? The answer isn't simple, and it's something we're all going to be figuring out together.